Hey everyone. So last week we went over the difference between AI applications, specifically ChatGPT, Gemini, and Notebook LM. I summarized each of those applications by saying that ChatGPT is usually used for general information, general requests. Gemini is a part of the Google Suite, and so there are benefits in using Gemini within Gmail, Sheets, Slides, Docs. It's not available for calendar yet, but it will be soon. And Notebook LM, the benefit of Notebook LM is the ability to take in 300 resources, and those could be text, PDFs, videos, even links. And it creates an isolated, I guess, a Google search or an AI search only with the sources that you input. The other benefit is the ability to generate a podcast within Notebook LM. And a lot of people have been using that podcast to review a lot of information just through an audio. So, one thing that I wanted to bring up regarding these three applications is this idea of cross referencing. And Peter showed an example multiple times where he would ask ChatGPT a question and then paste it into Gemini and have them adjust that information to his preference. ChatGPT is very good at rewriting, summarizing, and providing creative content. Gemini is a much more powerful research AI program. And so, what most people tend to do is they ask Gemini the main questions and have it research the web for an extensive research. And then they input that content into ChatGPT to summarize it in a more digestible way. And so, I have here an example for us. And the question was, what is stagflation? And how does this affect mortgage loan officers in the mortgage refinance space? And you can see here that it gave us its research. But when I compare it to ChatGPT, same question, it provides it in a much more brief and simplified way. But let's say you want to dive deep into it, then Gemini might be the better option. And as I mentioned before, a lot of people do use Gemini for their research and ChatGPT for a format that's much easier to understand. So that was a recap of the AI applications that we use. I'm going to now go into different programs that will assist with content creation. ChatGPT, Gemini, Notebook LM can all help creating the script, the beginning idea, or turning something complicated into something simple. But now I'm going to show you applications that will make the actual content creation and the design much easier. Let's take the weekly announcements that we recently provided for you guys. You'll notice that the weekly announcements this week was slightly different. It is in a new format, and that's because we use something called Gamma. Now, Gamma is a slideshow application. You can throw in anything you want, a text, a topic, a PDF, a video, and it will generate slides for you. There are strong editing capabilities within it where you can dictate how many slides you want it to be, if you want it to condense the information from the sources you gave, or extend it, or keep it the same. It's going to take a couple tries to get familiar with the interface, but as always, the AIs provide a great foundational base. And so it will probably do around 70% of the things for you, but of course, you have to go in and make some edits. You can see here in some of the photos that these do not make any sense. And these are AI generated images. So don't trust it fully, what they give you and the output. You want to always double check and correct the things that they get wrong. Like this woman is just missing her whole lower body. So make sure to catch those out. This was the email that I received from Gia. And this is to show you the starting resources that I began with. It was only 3 bullet points, but once I threw it into Gamma, it generated me 8 slides with all the content in the email. And you know what? Let me show you guys in real time how quick it can be. So in the Gamma website, I'm going to click Create New with AI. And as I mentioned, it could just be a text. You can generate from one line or from a file or URL. I'm going to do it with the text. I'm going to copy and paste this email's contents. And you can see that it can create many different contents. I want a presentation. Hit continue. On the left side are some editing features that you can use to fine tune the presentation. I would just play around with these on your own time, but to quickly go over them, this will condense the information that you gave it. We probably don't want that since the information is already so limited. And so we'll do generate. So you can maybe add more, and I would like it in detailed. You can also include who's going to be written for and the tone. And of course, you can pick your style. And then within minutes, it's going to complete the entire presentation. And this is real time. This is not fast forwarded. And so it will probably complete the generation within 1 to 2 minutes. And so you can see how much additional information it's including from just those 5 bullet points. It's a lot of information, but that's because I asked it to extend. And so don't feel like you need to provide an extensive source. This AI module can extend regarding the topic you provided. Great. So with the ChatGPT, Gemini, and Notebook LM, I've showed you how to generate a idea for content or how to create a source from multiple sources. And so now that you have the information, we are using Gamma to create a visual presentation. We're going to now talk about Loom. And let's say I did a recording. And I'll have another video that goes extensively into Loom and its features. There are a lot, and so we probably need a separate video for that. But there are some things within Loom that make your life a lot easier, and that's the editing aspect. So Loom is already known to be able to record your screen and record your face and grab the audio as well. Let's say you want some quick editing, as in removing all your stuttering, your filler words, and maybe silences. And you can see here that by removing silences and removing filler words, all I need to do is click a button. And it tells me that it removed 4 seconds of silence and 8 filler words. We can double check that by seeing that this video is 41 seconds right now. But if we remove these two, it brings the video to 44 seconds. And so with just this click, we were able to save 3 seconds. There's also the ability to edit within Loom, where you can cut, splice, and adjust the transcript. You can choose to just delete words and it'll take it out of the audio. And so you can see there are a lot more features within this one application that has all the basic editing tools that you need in order to create a successful video. And so I'll have another video for you guys that goes deeper into Loom, but I just first want to recap the different AI applications that you guys can use to help come up with content ideas. A presentation tool called Gamma that will auto-generate all your slides for you within minutes, and a recording application called Loom that can record your screen, your face, and the audio, with an addition to edit within the application itself, as well as quick AI buttons that will remove filler words and gaps. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one.